day equals new project. Got a little small pond to build behind this new house down here. We'll check it out when I get down the driveway. So we're going to stop before we get to the concrete, because we're going to do a little pond right here. So we want to clear out these few trees that got to stay off there's a buffer right there from the creek. They won't let us go into the creek on this one, so we're going to do it beside it and between the well and runoff from this. Should keep it full. Well, it is a cold morning this morning compared to what we've had. I'm gonna leave the door open because the glare from that sun's pretty bad. You won't be able to see anything, so I'll stay a little cold so you can see what's going on. But what I've got to do first is come in here and take these trees down, and we're actually going to haul them off since it's so close to the house. It's not, obviously it's not a safe place to burn. Pulpwood out of it. So pretty much the pond's going to come down the tree line where I stopped clearing, and it's definitely not coming up to those flags that he has marked right there, but we'll lay it in here the best that it possibly will fit to get the biggest pond for the area we have to work with. Open up room for all these other ones. A little slick this morning. We got about 3 or 4 inches of rain over the past 2 days, so it's gonna be a little cumbersome on the projects we can work on for a while. Luckily, these jobs, before you get, if you haven't disturbed anything, they normally stay decent enough to be able to work. My only problem is staying put when I'm trying to dig because the ground's so slick. a track or something. Lay that right there. Might have been in the driveway or something. Alright, well, let's get these trees cut up. We'll take some more. Alright, so I got a load out on the dump truck. And now I'm going to take down some more of these little trees to round up another load. Take down all the smaller trees first, especially the ones over there by the house, because what'll happen is if I go and push one of these big trees down, it'll hit one of these little ones, and most likely when it hits it, it'll veer it off to the left or right, and that could possibly hit the house since it's within such a close working distance. We don't want that. So if you knock the little ones down first, you don't have anything to worry about. Right there. Up, and I'm going to go around and take some of those down back there so I have room to drop those 3 big trees right there. So here's a little better idea how the pond's going to go. If you can see those orange flags up there, pretty much right there at the steps. They want it to get very close to the house, and this green ribbon right here is the buffer for the area, and then that's the property line right there, so obviously I can't go over that. There's a blue line stream that goes through there, and we didn't get permission to dam that up, which is not the end of the world because the property line's right there, so it doesn't really give me enough room to put it there anyway. So it's not gonna be a very big pond at all. I mean, edge of dam's gonna be like right here, so it's only gonna be like maybe 40 feet wide. Just want a nice little pond behind the house. So I got to finish clearing out. Where's my next ribbon at? Way over there. So I got to clear right through here and just take this stuff out, and pretty much all that right there. So fair amount of stuff, but not that much stuff in the whole grand scheme of things. Let's go ahead and drop these 3 biggest trees before lunch. We'll take a little break, cut them up. Luckily everything's really wet here, so it does not really take a whole lot to get the trees down like that. That's about how much work it takes. like this have pretty shallow root systems. They just go out, no taproot. You can see it was only maybe 18 inches deep. And a big old red oak here. Let's see. I think I got room to drop it right there. That's where it's going to go at least. Got a bad lean to it. At least it's got shallow roots too. Go ahead and spin the tracks that way. I'm going to try to push it a little more that way so it doesn't fall into the area I'm trying not to smash. I don't need to dig no more out on that side. It almost fell over. You see it? Started wiggling. Here we go. All of it pretty much stayed within the, I call it limits of destruction. Limits of disturbance is what the technical term is. But I like limits of destruction. Because that's what we're doing. Looks like a good spot to cut it up. Let's eat some lunch. Well, that might be a good indication that this might be a good pond site. It's a little wet, and it's not far from the house. Must be a lot of underground springs right here. Mushy. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 more trees to take down. Let's go ahead and drop this one. Shouldn't take a whole lot to get it to fall over. But the only thing I really need to do is get the roots broke up between these 2 trees so that when I push that one over, it doesn't rip this other one out of the ground. Chop the roots off in between them, like so. I think that'll do it. Let's find out. Yep. Oh yeah. Timber! If you don't say timber, did the tree really fall? I mean, that's the way you got to look at it. Go ahead and grab this maple while I'm sitting right here. In the mud it goes. I don't think I can get one thing out of this tree. I know we're going to get stuck if we keep wiggling around right here though. That's a bit of a soft spot right there. Gotta go back in there and get those 2 other trees, but I'm gonna get these cleaned up first. Break all the branches off and then cut the stumps off. I like to use the excavator for the chainsaw where I can. It's a little more comfortable to use the excavator. Maples and the maple's pretty hard, but it's brittle too. Alright, let me get this broke up and these trees drug out the butt. Let's see how well this one comes down. I think it's going to be pretty easy. The ground's soft. As with all the trees, the ground's been pretty soft. It doesn't take much to take them down. Actually stand the chainsaw because it's very muddy. Alright, let me chop that one up, and I got that one more to take down right there. I'll do that after I get this one up so I can drive right there. Load out a load of brush. That was the last tree to come down though. Now it's cleanup. Try to get some of these little stringy piles I got in the truck. Put some of them stumps on top. fit down in there pretty good. There. No. I'll get one. Load of brush going out. Got all the trees down today. That sun's bright. It is a muddy spot, so that means good spot for a pond. So he's going to come back and grab these logs, and we'll come back tomorrow and finish everything up. As far as cleaning everything up, we'll wait for it to dry and dig the pond.